As well, obviously it was a different type of week for us in preparation. I thought the effort of the team was what we needed, but obviously the execution was not. There were too many self-inflicted wounds today to go ahead and give ourselves a chance for success. We had our shots, we had some opportunities, but we got to make the most of them. You're not going to win a lot of games in this league with 4 turnovers. It's obviously something we preach and we work on consistently to make sure we eliminate. We got to make sure we eliminate the turnovers. Too many penalties today. Amongst a number of other things we got to clean up as a team. The focus and the goal going forward, same as always is. We got a game 7 days from now. We got to come back in, prepare, and be a better team than we were today to have success next week. Being said, I'll open up to any questions you have.
Dan Duggan, The Athletic.
Hey, Joe, can you talk about the decision to make the quarterback change? And I know it's early, but do you think Jake did enough to earn the starting job if Daniel's not ready for next week?
You know, well, we got to a point in the game, I wanted to see what Jake could do, point blank. And we weren't doing enough, moving the ball otherwise. So I want to make sure I had a chance to go ahead and see Jake, and that'll obviously open up a conversation for what we're going to do this week. We'll talk about it as a staff. We'll make the best decision for the team.
And I know it happened late, but any idea on Shep just looked bad initially?
I don't have a final diagnosis right now, guys. He's in there right now being looked at by doctors.
Matt Lombardo, Fansided.
Hey, Joe, kind of piggybacking off Dan's question there. Why so late going to Fromm? It seems like the offense might have benefited from a spark earlier. Why wait until that point to make the switch?
Yeah, I thought we had some opportunities with Mike in there moving the ball. There were some shots we had, and then, look, we thought at the time, go ahead and give Jake an opportunity, go ahead and get him in there and play. So he got in there, moved the ball well, and did some good things. So like I said, that'll obviously open up the conversation in terms of what we're going to do next week against Philly.
Ryan Dudley, New York Post.
I have 2. One just quick one. I'm sorry if I missed your answer to Matt there. Did you think about putting Jake in right there before the 3rd interception from Glennon when you guys had the ball after that turnover?
Yeah, we had discussions about it on the heads of the staff. I said, we'll give Mike one more drive and see what he can do right here. And, look, after that, I said, let's go ahead and get Jake in there.
Okay, thanks. And then receiver-wise, at the end of the 3rd quarter, I think you only had 1 catch from Slayton, Galladay, and Shepard. We know what a focus that has been for you.
Yep.
Why couldn't you get the ball to your receivers?
I'll have to go through the tape and kind of look at a lot of things. Obviously, there are a lot of plays that were called, for the receivers in mind as main targets and focuses. So we'll kind of look at the tape and see why we couldn't get it to them today.
Jordan Rana, ESPN.
Hey, Joe. How do you attribute to all the mistakes offensively, the false starts, just the self-inflicted wounds, as you called them at this point of the season?
Well, the turnovers, obviously, we made mistakes in how we're going, pushing the ball down the field a little bit. In terms of the execution, we got to make some plays and make, good judgment, good decisions. We got to make sure we have better ball security at the end of the first half and not turn the ball over right there and put the defense in a position to have to go back on the field and play defense. That being said, we got to have better execution with it. The false starts, we've got to have better poise in there and better control. There's nothing that makes that acceptable right there. It's not something we accept at any point in time, Jordan. So, again, I don't think there's any one reason for it. We got to make sure we clean that up right there and, make sure the guys that are, committing these issues, that we put them through exactly what they need to do to correct it and make sure it never repeats again.
Where do you see the frustration level with that group? I mean, it looked like, on the 4th down where you had the false start, you could see Saquon and some of the other guys really just kind of seemingly have had it in that regard.
Well, look, we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. The entire team knows that. That's something we talk about ad nauseum. We work ad nauseum, all right, in practice. So when there's an opportunity to go out there and be aggressive and it's 4th and short and we feel we have a play that's dialed up, that's the right play, yeah, guys get a little, frustrated when all of a sudden, we do something that removes our opportunity to have that right there. In terms of as a team, I see these guys still sticking together as a team and working very hard, and pushing and rallying on through the finish of the game.
Tom Rock, Newsday.
Joe, were you surprised at all by the loudness and the volume of the Cowboys fans in the building today?
No, guys. I mean, look, there's a lot of Giants fans when we play in Dallas, too. So it's what the National Football League is. There's going to be fans from both teams at every game, especially when you're in the New York area. There's guys from all over the country, fan bases from all over the country that are here. So that's, hey, it is what it is.
Secondly, Leonard Williams, could you just talk about the game he had just in his snap counts, the fact that he was able to go out there and play?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Leo really pushed through a lot. I mean, Leo was hurting a lot this week, and there's a lot of things he was limited doing in practice. We went out there and worked him out yesterday, in terms of seeing if he could go out there. And our biggest question with him was, can he go out there and protect himself, defend himself, and play effectively? And we knew it would be some pain, some limitations. He knew that himself. Leo had a big part in the decision of going out there and playing. Thought the guy gutted it out, made a lot of big plays for us today. Did a good job, as far as holding the point, destroying the blocks, creating some vertical pressure and opening up some games, in the pass rush stuff. There's a lot of things we'll have to see on tape in terms of going forward. But look, Leo's a tough dude. He puts the team first. He goes out there and he competes. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game for him in terms of what he was playing with, but both him and Austin Johnson were guys that were limited this week on the defensive front. We put them through the workout yesterday, and both guys, made the decision to go out there and play for the team. Both guys went out there and gutted through a lot of stuff today.
Paul Schwartz, New York Post.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Paul.
You went for it on fourth down several times in tough situations, deep in your own territory.
Yep.
You got some, didn't get some.
Yep.
Was that just a case where you felt like you needed to generate something on offense? You felt the defense was doing okay, and you just needed to figure out some way to get some points going?
Well, we had favorable looks. So you're not locked in absolutely having to go for it in all those just because you take the line right there. And we always build in multiples that allows us to get out of jail free, as we say. If you don't like the look, you can always go ahead and take a delay and punt the ball. We had the looks we wanted on both ones. We had the big play, all right, with Book down the sideline, a crack. And then we had the opportunity for the sneak. We got to convert and execute that right there. It's the look we wanted right there. You look back on the tablet and you say, okay, that's why we're calling it. That's what we had it for. We just have to go out and we have to make sure we take advantage of it.
With the sneak, you like the look there, and is it more like you didn't get push up front, or does Mike have to? He's a big man. Does he have to kind of just get a little more leg drive there?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the tape before I make any kind of final statement there, Paul. But obviously we got to execute better.
Thank you.
And Doug in the Athletic.
Joe, with right tackle, I think Nate played the first 6 or 7 series, and Matt played the last 5. So that what was the reason for the change there? I guess
We were just making sure both guys got playing time today. Just kind of rolling our guys and getting a chance to look at everyone as we go on through it. Matt's practiced better. Matt's been out there and doing some good things, and obviously things we got to clean up and keep taking steps forward. But both guys, I'd say all the time, we expect all of our guys to play, and that was just part of the plan.
And the last drive in the first half with the Saquon's fumble, just what was the approach there? Because it seemed like you guys were being sort of conservative, but you trying to move the ball. I was just trying to figure out what the approach was there.
Well, Dallas had timeouts on that, so you want to get the ball rolling at that point. You got to get the clock moving and not turn around and put yourself in position where the other team can go ahead and just get the ball back and finish the drive. Finish the half with the ball in their hand. So, getting the ball moving, just starting the drive, get into it. We had timeouts to use as well. I thought, getting the ball to Saquon, start pushing on down, gave us, good start of the drive, good field position. Mixing in sub runs and taking shots down the field. You can call the end of half deals, okay? You can go ahead and call your offense to a good degree and plays you like right there. I thought the play selection, the calling was good right there. Gave us an opportunity. We're going to have plenty of time as far as pushing it and getting the field position and ending the half with the ball in our hands and a chance to score. So we got to make sure we go ahead and we capitalize better as a team.
Last one here, Shar, New York Beacon.
Hi, what is your overall comment on defense? Dallas had mostly field goals. Defense was able to get a couple quarterback sacks.
Yeah, look, I thought for the most part, those guys went out there in some tough situations today, all right, where they took the field and were able to hold them some field goals. The end of the half, off another turnover. I like the strip sack at the end of the game in a tough situation, setting our offense up with a chance to have it right there. There's things we got to fix in all 3 phases. All right, no one played perfect. I like the effort out there. There were a lot of moving pieces this week on defense with some of the injuries up front and obviously a lot of moving parts in the back end with DBs that were out of the game for different reasons. So, that unit, going out there and preparing on very, very short notice, really had about one walkthrough together yesterday as a team to get ready for the game. So I was proud of how those guys came together and played with good effort. But there's things we got to clean up. Okay, there's things we can't accept, with execution or coaching decisions right there. So we got to make sure we all get on the same page. But I am proud of the overall effort that you guys play with.
Saquon, we just heard the news about Sterling tearing his Achilles. I'm just wondering, I know you guys are obviously close. How tough is that, especially with all he's been through this year?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. He's a spark to this team. He's a leader of this team. Just the energy that he brings every single day on the field, off the field. So anytime you see a guy go down, it's a sad thing. But one thing I know about Shep, he's a fighter, and it's a setback. But I know he's going to attack this rehab, and he knows that I know his family well. He got great family members. He got great friends, great teammates, and he knows he can lean on a lot of other people in a time of need. But like I said, Shep is a competitor. He's going to attack this rehab, and just a little setback, but the comeback's going to be something special.
Jordan?
Hey, thank you. How do you sort of make sense of all these injuries to you guys, especially, I'm talking about you and the wide receivers in particular?
No idea. That's part of football, sadly. That's a game that we play. We've been playing since kids, and it's a game that we love. But, yeah, just bad luck, I guess you can say.
And also, we saw you in the fourth, I think it was the 4th and 1. You guys had a false start. Obviously, you were frustrated after that. How would you describe your frustration level at this point?
I mean, everyone's upset that we lost. We know that's a pivotal play in the game that we got to convert to give us a chance to win the game. There's a lot of plays that, we had to convert to give us a chance to win the game. We just got to execute, and we didn't do that on that play and other plays. We got to be better. I got to be better for myself. 2 minutes, having a fumble, can't have that happen. That's unacceptable at all. You can't have that happen at all. And there's just multiple plays that you can always go back and pick that can change the course of a game. And we just got to be better as a team, as a staff on those plays.
Hey, Duncan?
Saquon, what did happen on the fumble?
I don't know. I gotta go back and watch it, but from what I remember, I was cutting up and it got punched out. I gotta go back and watch my ball security. Hats off to, I don't know who made a play. Hats off to whoever made a play. Great play on them, but I gotta be better. And that goes in practice. Working on my ball security in practice, doing extra stuff with ball security. So going back to the little things.
You guys made a quarterback change late in the game. Seemed like Mike was struggling to find his receivers and things like that. What did you see from Mike, and what did you see from Jake? And maybe moving forward, if Daniel can't play, maybe can Jake, you think, maybe give you a little something here?
Both of those guys, I think they're really talented. I think they're great quarterbacks. They come to work every single day. Obviously, Jake's a newer addition to the team, but from day one, Mike has been coming in, attacking, and doing everything we asked him to do. And ever since Jake been here, he's been doing the same thing. So obviously, I don't make those calls, but I think we're confident of whatever happens in the future, and knowing that those two guys are talented, and know that those two guys are going to work and go out there and give the best they can to help us win the game.
We'll do one more from Alan Lombardo.
Hey, Saquon. How disappointing has this season been for you personally, and what do you need to do to get back to playing at what you might call your standard?
What I got to do, I don't know. Got to figure it out. If I had that answer, I think I'll be playing a lot better, to be completely honest. But at the end of the day, just got to go back to trusting myself, trusting the team, trusting the line, leading, come to work every single day, and push myself, push the guys around me. And, like I said, I think I said it before, I'm a big believer in things that you want to accomplish only happens if you work for it. And, everything that I want to accomplish in my career is still out there, still young in my career. Season's still not over. So just every single day, just go out there and attack it and try to get better.
Hey, Mike, why was it such a struggle to get anything going today offensively?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think we'll have to take a look at the film. Felt like we ran the ball pretty well. Self-inflicted wounds. There's a couple times we did move the ball well and then just ended up with field goals, and then a couple of kind of dumb decisions on my end, forcing the ball that were not good decisions.
And can you describe what you saw in the 4th and 1 on the sneak?
Yeah, we saw an opening, and honestly, right when I got the ball, I thought we were going to get it, and felt like we got a little push, and then I looked over and could tell we were short. But I think that play happened so quick. Again, film will probably explain better. But
All right, Dunleavy.
Like what that third interception in the end zone there when you guys are trying to make a comeback, what'd you see there? Did you just short arm the ball?
Just kind of got flushed out of the pocket. I wasn't able to get my body all the way around, try to make a play. Wasn't a smart decision to do when, it's the guy that's leading the league in interceptions, trying to make a play, and ultimately just couldn't get my body all the way into it.
And obviously, I'm sure it's disappointed, but what was your reaction when they told you Jake was going in?
I mean, obviously, you never want to see it happen, but I'm there for him just like he was there for me, and we'll support each other no matter what the situation is.
Zach.
And Mike, I think entering the fourth quarter, Kenny and Sterling had something like 4 targets combined and 1 catch. I mean, why do you think you had such a tough time getting the ball in their direction today?
I couldn't tell you right now. Again, we'll look at the tape, see what we can do to get them more involved. But I don't really know, just off the top of my head.
And how did you feel like Jake played when he got out there? He got the.
He did a good job. I mean, I believe it's the first time he's played in an NFL game, moved the ball down the field, did some good things.
Leonard, why was it so important for you, with the triceps injury, why was it so important for you to get on the field and play today?
I think I just take a lot of pride in being a durable player and being out there with my teammates, knowing that they can count on me to be there. I haven't missed a game my whole career. I think I missed 1 game in college, and it was because my coach, purposely forced me to take that game off because I was playing through a shoulder tear I had in college, and he wanted to rest me right before a Stanford game. And I don't know. I think I just wanted to finish this year strong with my guys.
Any other questions for Leonard? Ryan Dunleavy?
Leonard, how much did it bother you, the injury?
I think in the beginning of the warming up process, I felt it in the beginning, and then I think once the game started, it went away a little bit. I had a elbow brace on that helped me out a lot, and then kind of near the second half, I was feeling it a little bit, and they started rotating a lot more, putting me in more situational downs so that I can rest it when I could. But I finished the game, and I'm most likely to play again for the rest of the year.
Leonard, you guys in the last 2 years have all your wins are when the opponent scores 21 points or less. If you guys give up 21 points, pretty much you guys lose. How much pressure does that put on the defense?
I mean, I think our defense, we know that we're a defensive team. We know that we have to dominate on defense to win games. We trust our offensive guys to do what they have to do. But, we take a lot of pride and a lot of emphasis on getting the ball away, getting 3 and outs, getting shortening the field for our offense, and, just being dominant on defense. And I just don't think we did enough today. We didn't get enough takeaways, no scores on defense or anything like that.
I'm Rock.
Leonard, how close were you to not playing? It seemed like the prognosis was pretty dire earlier in the week.
Yeah, I think right after the game, I was really questioning it. The day after the game, it was really tender. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but the MRI came back and it was okay. And I kind of just relaxed it and treated it all week. And we knew that it was gonna be a game time decision. So yesterday, right before meetings and stuff, I went out and tested it with my new custom elbow brace, and it felt a lot better. So I felt like I was willing to test it out during the game, and it felt okay.
I think a lot of people would say, if you guys were making a playoff push here, they'd say, of course he wants to be out there on the field helping his team. What made you want to come out here for a 4-9, now 4-10 team?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think a lot of players would probably sit out if they had the same thing. People's agents are probably telling them to sit out. Coaches are probably not going to question you if you sit out. But, I'm doing this more for myself than anything, more for my teammates as well. I think me and my defensive line have a really tight group, and I don't want to leave them hanging out there. And, I'm really doing it for them and for myself as well.
Did your agent tell you to sit it out?
What's that?
Did your agent tell you to sit it out?
No, he didn't tell me to sit it out, but, he was obviously telling me to be smart, trust my body, trust how I'm feeling, and all that type of stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Last question for Jordan.
Hey, Leonard, I'm wondering what you think of the idea because, Daniel, you just talked the way you did about coming back and playing from injury.
Recording stopped.
And then there's Daniel on the other side. He's dealing with a neck injury. What would you think of the idea that, hey, it might be better to shut him down? I wonder if you would feel different if you had, an injury like that.
Yeah, I think the injury is it's hard to compare situations because of the injuries are different, Something like me dealing with the elbow pain and injury is something I can possibly play through. Whereas, if I had anything spinal or neck or anything like that, I probably, that's something that's going to affect your life long term if you keep messing that up. It's more than just football. You got to think about your life at that point. So, I think it's just hard to compare.
For you guys as players, I know you're on the other side of the ball, but do you almost expect him to be out for the rest of the season? I mean, considering what he's dealing with?
I honestly haven't thought too much about it until now, but I don't really know his situation fully and how he's feeling or how the doctors are saying or evaluating it. But, like I said, if I knew I had something wrong with my spine or anything neck or back issues, that's a lot more serious. And I would definitely take my time coming back with something like that.
Hey, Jake, obviously it was a loss, but how did it feel to get out there for the first time, and how did you feel like your drive went?
Yeah, obviously it was, really fun to get out there, kind of check the list, check the box there a little bit, get to complete a childhood dream and, get to play an NFL game. It was awesome. Just the ability to go out there with the guys, instead of new guys, I'm new and it was just fun. And be able to get out and move the ball a little bit and try to compete and give us a chance to win there at the end.
And Duncan?
When did you actually find out you were going in? Like, had you been preparing earlier, or did you just find out right before that drive?
Yeah, I was just trying to stay prepared, throughout the whole game. Didn't know if, I was going in at any particular time, just trying to stay ready. And, they told me there late in the fourth quarter that, hey, you're up, and just trying to get ready and, trying to make something happen.
They said on the broadcast, 60% of the offense by right now. You think that's accurate?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
They said on the broadcast you've probably learned 60% of the offense. Obviously you've only been here a couple weeks. You think that's accurate? I
don't know. It's tough to say. For me, it's just understanding a week-to-week game plan. Obviously, there's carryover and there's stuff you take in and out. Just for me, it's hey, let's go learn a game plan. Let's go learn 150, 200 plays a week and just go try to execute.
I'm Dunleavy.
Jake, it seemed like one of your strategies was throw the ball to Kenny Golladay. Was that what the looks were dictating, or was that, hey, let's get involved, let's get my best player involved?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Obviously, play called and, you get a certain look and, hey, let's go give our guy a chance. And, Kenny did a great job going up and making a play. And, that's what you got to do. Got to give playmakers balls.
Was it this week any different for you in practice, Jake? Did you get more reps in practice? Anything different that told you might play in this game?
About the same. You get some chances, you get some good reps, and just for me, it's just staying mentally involved and trying to get as many middle reps as I can week to week, and just trying to stay prepared.
Bobby Childs.
Jake, congratulations on your first completion as an NFL quarterback. What's it like preparing for a 2-minute offense when you're still trying to learn the playbook?
Yeah, it's a lot of highlighting plays you feel good with and a lot of crossing out stuff that doesn't really make any sense. So, we had our package and just, it was a good opportunity for us just to go try and execute, the play we had in front of us. So I thought the guys did a good job making plays and staying in it and, just really just trying to give us a chance there late in the game.
Char.
Yes, congratulations on your
Thank
first
you.
start. As you got close to the end zone, did you feel like you were rushing it at all?
Yeah.
Overthrew? You were excited about that last moment?
When you get close like that, obviously you want to punch it in and definitely get 6, especially in that situation we were in. Just trying to get shots at the end zone and give us enough time for us to get a drive there after that. There's always some plays you want back, but obviously just wish we would have executed there and got in the end zone and gotten 6.
Dunleavy.
Jake, you probably just met Sterling Shepard a couple of weeks ago, but how bad did you feel for him there? It looked pretty ugly from up here.
Yeah, man, I think everybody's a little tore up inside on that one. Really hate it for Shep, and Shep, just from what I've seen and from what I've learned from him, I mean, he's one of the hardest workers on the team, and just hate it for him. He's really got a lot of life and a lot of leadership there, on the offensive side. So, we're gonna miss him, hate it for him, and definitely gonna be a lot of prayers going up for him and wishing him the best.
Hey, Lorenzo, I have two for you. We just heard that Sterling ruptured his Achilles, which is obviously what you went through last year. Did you say anything to him, and what's ahead for him here?
No, I haven't had a chance to speak to him, but I mean, my prayers are with him. It's a long process, but I mean, I know my guy got it in him. He's gonna come back stronger than ever.
And then for you, obviously by far your most productive game of the season today. Why do you think so?
I think we just had a game plan and just came in and executed it pretty well. We had to affect Dak, try to affect him as much as possible. And, I mean, him being a good player, he still made plays, but we tried to do our part and just keep pressure on him.
Hey, Lorenzo, you guys, I think the longest pass for the Cowboys was 19 yards. They ran the ball some, but not, devastating. Did it get a little frustrating knowing you were holding them to field goals and holding them down and some points having to take a short field and, you just couldn't get over the hump because your offense really couldn't score any points? You guys were doing enough, it seemed like, but not enough to, even make this a close game. How tough is that?
Yeah, it doesn't get frustrating. It's just we got to be ready to go out there and make stops. Our job is to stop them. It don't matter where they get the ball. We got to stop them and hold them to no points or as few points as possible. And we just didn't do that enough. We didn't make enough turnovers. We got to get the ball off of guys and just try to do our part to help the team win.
Char.
Hi, 2 quarterback sacks. What was your motivation for today? Was it because it was the biggest rivalry?
Yeah, I would say it was just to come out here and get a win. My motivation every week is to come out, have a good week of practice, work hard during the week, and then come out here and execute game plans. But, I mean, it's just to try to come out, help the team as much as possible, and try to get a win at the end of the day.
Last one here for Dunleavy.
So how about Leonard Williams? Originally last week we thought he might be done for the season. Then he plays like he's pretty much full snap count. What does that say about him and, what'd you see from him out there?
Yeah, that's our defense. Guys are going to fight. Guys are going to fight through stuff. I went up to him personally after the game, Leo and AJ. Both of them guys are fighting through injuries and played their hearts out. So, I mean, that's all we can ask for. That's all we continue to ask for. All the coaches ask for, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
So what did it do to the defense with all the guys out in the secondary? It seemed like you had to play base more. I mean, schematic-wise, what did it do when you don't have so many guys in the secondary?
I think it just guys step up. It doesn't matter what guys we have. We all know our job as a defense is to limit points, and everybody got to step up. It doesn't matter when one guy goes down, the next guy's going to answer the call, and that's what I love about this team.